Today's video is presented by Elgato Gaming and the latest addition to my setup, the key lights. As you can see, these lights clamp to your desk and help save space, and the brightness and warmth of the lights are fully customizable. If you guys are interested in adding these to your setup, you can of course check out my Elgato profile link in the description. Okay, so hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 175, and we are going to start things off today. I'm going to give you some tips onto how to easily unlock, well, to get the easiest Carnival player. So, Carnival is the newest promo out. It came out Friday night, and it all looks pretty good. Lots of objectives and challenges for us to do, daily SBCs, and of course, a whole team out in packs if that is your thing. On the Road to Glory, that's less of our thing, really. I'm more interested in like the weekly objectives and the SBCs. But this guy right here, United States, Timothy Weah, he plays for Celtic and he is the easiest unlock to get hold of. Basically, there is Talisca, there's Ben Arfa, there's Emre Can, and they all require scoring with silver players in online single matches. And you need to get a fair few wins. Whereas Timothy Weah, you need to get 4 wins on squad battles, a minimum of professional difficulty. And what you need to do is score in those 4 wins with an American player. Now, I had a Josie Altidore in my club that I packed somewhere along the line, way back when, whenever. And basically, if you score a goal with him, like what I've done right here, so I sub him on at the very beginning, I score a goal with him, and then I sub him out, because I don't really want to use him again. So, there's been a bit of confusion as to whether or not you need to use an entire American squad, or what you need to do. So, I tried it out by literally putting one American player in. He wasn't in the starting 11, he was just on the subs bench, and as you can see, by subbing him in, scoring a goal, subbing him out, you get the challenge completed. So we're at 1 of 4 right now. Nice and simple. It's only at professional level. So if you literally use your main squad and then sub in an American, score the goal, sub them out, then you should be all right. You know, it's only professional difficulty. So that's how we got the first one done. I won't show you all of the matches and stuff because hey, that's not squad battles gameplay. It's not exactly the most interesting stuff. So I played up to my 4th one right here. And as you can see, I completed just 1 row of squad battles. I don't know what happened on the second game. I was only able to win 1-0. And that goal that I scored, it was in like the 80-something minute with Altidore. It was a bit tough. I don't know why. But we've unlocked Timothy Weah, as you can see. So a free 84 rated player, just by scoring basically 4 goals with Altidore in 4 separate matches. So yeah, 93 pace, 83 dribbling, 83 shooting. That is how you unlock the easiest Carnival player to unlock, basically. So I woke up on Saturday and my Aurier had upgraded from an 87 to an 88. I think this sort of thing happened at the very same time as a bunch of Man of the Matches and stuff came out, probably around 2 AM on Saturday morning in the UK. As you can see, we've sold a whole bunch of stuff as well. I realised that I could sell that Hamshik on for a little bit. Altidore was tradable, and actually I've also sold on some Brazilian, some French players, and some other silvers that I could sell basically because I'm not necessarily as interested in getting like Talisca as I am in getting Emre Can. Emre Can could be a very good player for us. So that's something that we'll work on over the coming few days, is to work on doing like a German silver team so that we can unlock that man. But right now we're only 3 games into our weekend league. Granted, all 3 have been wins and we're doing all right, but we obviously need to get cracking a little bit more, get some games under our belt and get some wins. So if you didn't see yesterday's episode, which a lot of you seem to miss, I don't know what's going on with the sub boxes or what at the moment, you can check it out by clicking in the top corner if you want to. But basically, we went 3-0 in the weekend league. The start of our weekend league was pretty good, but they were very, very difficult matches. It was tough. It was not easy at all. So I went into Saturday with like a mindset of I was kind of nervous. Like if I was struggling in my first 3 matches, what is the rest of this going to bring? And lo and behold, the next match we go into, our very first match of the day on Saturday, it was another very tough match. So I'm at 2-1 at half time. I'm actually winning, but my opponent's had more possession. He's had more shots. Had a nice team with like Messi and some other special special items and stuff in it, and actually right off the rip in the second half manages to get the equalising goal. And I'm just like, have I completely forgotten how to play FIFA or something? Why is this so hard for me right now? I'm struggling big time. So Ronaldo gets through, plays it across, basically a little sweaty goal to Aubameyang a few minutes after my opponent had got the equaliser. So at least when he was getting back into the game, we were really pushing forward and taking the lead again. And then Nedved with the back heel, lovely through to Ronaldo. Low driven shot at the near post is typically what I find to be one of the more accurate shots in the game right now. So I was pretty confident that that one was going to go in. Nedved then pushes away from these defenders and plays an RB cross through to Aubameyang. Another easy tap in. And what was a tough game turned out to be a 5-2 win. But maybe once we'd got a couple of them goals there, my opponent did go to the 4-2-4, so he was very, very all-out attack, which obviously leads to me being able to score more goals if he's not careful, which he wasn't. So, yeah, we're 4-0 right now, moving on into the next game. I said to myself at the start, I would be so embarrassed if I lost this match. Just off the basis of the team, yeah, he's got Varane, Fabinho, Mane, Mahrez, and Gabriel Jesus, like all right players. But at this stage of the game, no, my team is like so far ahead of his. But I got into the match and realised that this guy wasn't a bad player at all. He genuinely wasn't too bad. Like the first few minutes, I thought I was going to concede. And, well, Fabinho plays it through the middle to Gabriel Jesus here, who strikes the ball, and, well, Alisson saves it, but hey, it still goes in off of the rebound, right? Because he palms it straight into the path of Sadio Mane. And then this happens right here. This is where he chased down every ball. Terrible touch from his goalkeeper, Ruffier, and we are able to take it off him, slap it into the back of the net with Aubameyang to go 2-1 up. Nedved then, with some really nice technical dribbling, cuts back and plays it into the back post, and Aubameyang is there. This time it hits the post, and we aren't able to score from it. But 2-1 at half-time against a guy who was also having good pass accuracy, a lot of shots on goal. It just wasn't super simple, but we are 2 goals in the lead at the moment. Ronaldo then with a couple of roulettes get past some defenders in the 79th minute, and we are able to make it 4-1. And I think, does that lead to a bit of a rage quit? Yeah, it does. So, like, it took 80 minutes of the game for that to happen, and it wasn't easy. It just wasn't easy. So, I figured because I'm not playing a huge amount of FIFA lately, like I'm not necessarily playing rivals and stuff during the week, I don't see the point. We're at a division and a level now where we get fairly decent rewards just by playing the weekend league. I don't think it really should be that way, but hey, it is what it is, right? This week we've got a lot of online single matches to be focusing on in order to unlock some players and stuff. So I won't be playing rivals again this week. There just won't be enough time and whatnot. So going into this match right here, he gets his first goal off of just, I mean, this very sloppy defending at the end. If you saw at the very start of that move, I intercepted twice, but it just like bounces off of my feet and straight into the path of my opponent every single time. I get very lucky that it sort of bounces into the path of Aubameyang there to get the equaliser just a few moments later. But this game right here did not feel like it was on tracks, is the term I like to use, where things just, I don't know, there was lots of weird interceptions. I felt like I was making tackles and it was going straight back to my opponent every single time. Same for my opponent as well, to be fair, like he would make tackles and it would just bounce back to me. The second goal that he scored was like off of a save and off of the bar and like a third go at it. It was just a weird one, and it was stressing me out because at the moment I'm 4-0 or 5-0, whatever it is, and like struggling. The games aren't easy, but we're somehow coming away with the wins each time. And we're 3-2 up right now. Van Dijk then misses the header, but it falls to Ronaldo. Bang that one into the roof of the net. The first time we've been 2 goals in the lead in this match right here. So at half-time, as you can see, my opponent still had a lot of opportunities on goal and stuff. I need to make sure that I get another goal to sort of square this one out and come away with the victory here. Which I do when Ibra gets his headed goal from a corner. But De Bruyne runs into the box. Somehow I'm not tackling him. He plays it through to Gabriel Jesus, who I think scores his hat-trick goal. He was difficult to mark. I'm not going to lie. Very, very solid player. But hey, that one takes us up to 6 wins. And it may look like I'm scoring a lot of goals and coming away with victories here. But I'm so stressed out whilst playing these games. It just felt like a complete war, a complete battle this week. and it's like all the casuals are just off playing single matches rather than actually playing the weekend league, which is totally fair enough when you see the rewards up for grabs in that Talisca, and especially Emre Can, in my opinion, looks awesome. I think he looks really good, and could potentially be the sort of change that we could maybe make to our team, you know, bringing him into play as one of our DMs. I'm slightly falling out of love with Torreira a little bit. I don't know why, but maybe that's an area of our squad that we could change. Like, if we were to bring Emre Can in, we would have to make changes to our formation to get him in line with like Ronaldo and Cancelo and stuff. I don't know what we would do. I'll figure it out, no doubt. But my opponent goes 2-1 up against me when I went 1-0 up. So this isn't good, is it? You know, he's turned the game around. I guess he thinks he's coming away with the win. But are we going to let him do that? Well, I hadn't planned on it. And we do get an equaliser pretty much off of kickoff from when he scored to at least level it up again. Aubameyang then nods it on to Ronaldo. I'm somehow able to come away with Ibra here. It's the 92nd minute and I score the goal. I had an opportunity very similar to that a few minutes prior and I was so annoyed that I missed it. I smacked the post, obviously. I hit the post so many times. But yeah, we come away with a very, very late win. And if you remember what happened in the last episode where we went to extra time a few times and came out with like 116th, 117th minute wins, I feel like all of that luck is going in my favour this week, which is totally opposite to a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, like sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. I guess it's kind of going for me this time because I am in those tough games where sometimes I'll come away with a loss where I don't feel like I deserve it. These games are very, very 50-50. It could go either way, and it's genuinely just falling for me, luckily, at each time. Whether that's luck or just being able to defend at the end and then put away my chances right at the end, I don't know. But this was the only like easy game I've had all weekend. This one right here, where the guy quits after sort of 30-40 minutes. And then we go on to the next one. So we're 8-0 right now and get matched up against a super squad. Really, really nice looking team. He's got a lot of colourful different items in there. He's got a Team of the Year Kante, which is someone who will absolutely boss it for you. And we run through, you know, we take the shot with Arnautovic, but a good save from Czech. And the resulting corner, Ronaldo hits the post. So we've had a couple of really good chances in the first 2 minutes. And then from that clearance, he pushes it through to Werner and just bangs it and scores. And I'm like, huh? How we got counted off of the corner like that? And then he plays it through again. Royce is through to Pepe. Pepe is just sort of somehow away from all of my defenders. And he makes it 2-0. And I'm like, okay, this is the one. Here we go. This is where we lose. Del Piero gets past. Werner scores. And I'm like, you know what? 28 minutes on the clock. Getting demolished here. There's no point. It's one of them ones where I stayed in at 2-0 just in case. If we got the next goal, we'll be playing that one out, you know, to see what happens. But when you're 3-0 down that early on and he is basically dominating you, then I was like, yeah, fine, we'll get out of there. We'll take our first loss of the weekend and push into what is going to be our final game of the episode. So we'll either come away 8-2 or 9-1 here. So our first 10 games will be done. We go 1-0 up after 9 minutes. Cristiano Ronaldo really just about tapping it underneath the goalkeeper there. But me making challenges again, making interceptions, falling straight back to my opponent. Baggio lacroquettes me and then bangs it roof of the net. A good goal, to be fair. But again, I think it did come off of one of my tackles, which just fell straight back into the path of my opponent. Baggio then scores again. At the time, I thought maybe that was offside just in the moment, but obviously it wasn't. So Baggio manages to get a second goal, and I'm triggered at this point. I've just lost, by the way, obviously. Rage quit in the last game. So going into this one and being a goal down, I'm like, oh God, here we go. I'm really going to just completely bottle everything from now on. But we're able to get the equaliser. And at half-time, it kind of looks like my opponent should be the one in the lead. 78 minutes on the clock then. Nedved cuts back, cuts inside again, and whips it into the box. Ronaldo rises higher than anyone. I don't know if I was even in control of that. I feel like Ronaldo just wasn't... I wasn't even highlighted on Ronaldo. But a couple of these crosses have just worked out for us right at the end. I don't know whether my opponent went slightly more attacking to try and get that winning goal, but it didn't work out for him because we were the ones that came away with it. And a real tough game. I mean, we put a lot of pressure on him in the second half and got a lot of shots away. But yeah, it led to us getting our 9th victory. So we're 9-1. It sounds great, and I'm very happy with that. But it's been such a a battle. Genuinely, it's been one of the toughest weekend leagues I've ever played so far. I don't know if you guys are feeling that. Let me know down below in the comment section if you're experiencing the same thing. But we came away with a foot swap player at the end of this episode, which now makes us have, well, brings us up to 5 foot swap players. So we're halfway towards a Goretzka, or one away from getting the 87 informed Suso. I don't know who I'm going to get yet. I'm actually thinking maybe Goretzka, just for the future. Like, if he got another inform, he'd be pretty sick, and well, he could potentially link to an Emre Can that we're going to get. So those sorts of things are like, yeah, maybe we could adjust the team to fit players like that in. Ronaldo's got 155 goals and 70 assists or something in crazy amount of games, and actually, Nedved is coming up clutch recently. I don't really like him. I don't like him as much as I hoped I would. I think a central cam is very pointless right now with the way that the meta is and stuff, and I don't think he performs as well. He outperforms how I feel like he does in game, just because his goal to game or contributions per game ratio is up. But a few squad battle matches are in there as well, so I don't know how serious I can take that record. But yeah, it's someone like, at this point in time, Nedved really costs like 200k more than the icon that you submit for him, so because he's always been a pretty cheap one to get. And at this point in time, after using him for a little while, if I did find myself with a whole bunch of coins and needing one icon to submit for another icon SBC, I would probably happily put Nedved in. You know, when I look at Socrates and realise that I could sell Ronaldo, put Nedved into the SBC, and then pay about 1.4 million to get the rest of Socrates done, that tempts me, but I probably shouldn't do that because then we'd be out of coins total in total. But hey, these are the things that go through my head. I'll figure some stuff out over the coming days, weeks, to see how we can adjust our team and stuff. Emre Can is on the horizon as well. I'll work towards him in probably a couple of episodes time, just so that we've got some content throughout the week. But it's time to complete our weekend league in the next episode, see how we can go, getting up to 14 wins, see if we can maybe go 14-1, or is the bottle incoming? I suspect the bottle's incoming. Guys, smash a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out my Elgato profile.